Coming up on Mountain News this morning, it was a drama-filled and chaotic London City Council meeting as the mayor is one step closer to being impeached. And for insurance rates, one factor that can influence those prices going up is car theft.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this Monday, September 1st, and it is 5:31 this morning. Also time for a check of our weather with meteorologist Eric Dean this morning. A little bit chilly, Eric, and I think, is it officially meteorological fall yet?
It is. Meteorological first day of fall began today. Now, the astronomical first day of fall will take place around September 22nd. Good morning, everybody. Let's take a look outside right now at Pulaski County near Somerset. 52 degrees right now is the current temperature. Our feels like temperature is also 52 degrees. So a chilly start to your morning. Seeing temperatures right now in the upper 40s near Irvine, 57 Somerset, 55 in London. Williamsburg's at 54. Whitesburg, good morning to you. You're at 57. 60 is the current temperature in Pikeville. Our dew point is also in the 50s. So with our temperature in the 50s and 60s, our dew point is pretty much the same as your ambient temperature. There's a little bit of visibility issue, especially towards Harlan as well as Manchester. Now, if you have plans, right now, all is quiet on live pinpoint Doppler radar. We will see a stray shower or two in the afternoon hours, but if you have plans today, there's your hour-by-hour forecast. Will stay partly cloudy to mostly sunny. Temperatures will make it into the 70s. A stray shower or two is certainly not out of the question. Now, coming up in the first alert forecast, we're going to talk about not one, but two fronts that's going to push through. Details coming up in a few minutes, but right now it's 5:32. We'll toss it back to Amelia.
A 1-year-old is dead after drowning. It happened Saturday in Harlan County. The coroner's office says they aren't releasing any more details. KSP and the coroner's office are still investigating. 2 deputies were sent to the hospital Thursday night, and we now know the name of the man who shot those deputies. Investigators say Justin Chapman shot and killed himself after firing at them. Alexis Cruz is at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, where both deputies are being treated.
We're in front of UC Medical Center, where those 2 deputies were transported late last night after the situation unfolded. What we can tell you about their condition right now is that they are listed in stable condition. We know that one deputy was potentially taken back into surgery. We're not sure what happened there, but we have been told that that deputy is doing okay. The other deputy injured, not sure of the extent of their injuries at this time, but we know that that person is also expected to recover. What we can tell you is that the suspect barricaded inside of that home, fired multiple rounds towards those deputies, so they sustained several gunshot wounds as a result of this. Those deputies trying to serve an arrest warrant at the time in Walton, Kentucky. We are hearing from law enforcement officials who say that they are just grateful because this situation could have ended much worse.
All things considered, you know, when you hear that two of our deputies were shot multiple times, you're going to assume the worst. The mere fact that, you know, we get good news and we get confirmed good news only slightly brings some positive light to this situation.
Now, we have not been told the identities of either of those 2 deputies at this time, just that they are expected to make a recovery. So a lot of people in the law enforcement community, as well as the tri-state, breathing a sigh of relief, at least to that news this morning. Reporting in front of UC Medical Center, I'm Alexis Cruz, Fox 19 Now.
And here's what we know about how this happened. Deputies say they were serving a felony warrant for overdue child support at an apartment in Walton. They say they were met with heavy gunfire around 10 Thursday night. Both deputies were shot multiple times, and that's according to the sheriff's office. Chapman even barricaded himself inside the apartment, so a SWAT team was called in. People who live in the area were also evacuated. After several attempts to talk with Chapman, the SWAT team used a drone to get into the apartment, where they found him dead from a gunshot wound. Deputies say no one else was injured. Kentucky State Police are investigating a deadly crash in Pike County. Troopers say it happened just after 8:30 Thursday night on US 119 near Central Avenue in South Williamson. Investigators say 36-year-old Megan Jones of Williamson, West Virginia, was trying to cross the road when she was hit by a car. She was pronounced dead at the scene. As part of the investigation, US 119 near Central was closed Saturday morning from 10 until 11:30. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office reports one man was arrested on multiple warrants Wednesday afternoon. Deputies took 26-year-old Harold Miller of Corbin into custody on the old US 25, about 7 miles south of London. He faces several charges, including theft by unlawful taking, criminal mischief, and driving on a DUI suspended license. Deputies say Miller also had multiple failure to appear warrants in Knox County. A Pulaski Elementary School student found a gun in the woods adjacent to the school Friday afternoon. Pulaski County School Superintendent Patrick Richardson says the student was running to get a soccer ball and noticed what looked like a gun. The student told staff that Richardson says the firearm was stolen from a house in 2021 in a case involving the Somerset Police Department. School officers canvassed the area just to be safe. Well, it was a drama-filled and chaotic London City Council meeting Friday as the mayor is one step closer to being impeached. 5 council members voted to amend their charges against Mayor Randall Weddle, and a hearing will take place 1 week from today. The City Council also voted to rescind some actions of the Housing Authority. The meeting included numerous cases of shouting and interruptions.
This is not what London's wanting. Do you think the public wants 5 begrudged individuals to remove somebody that thousands of people had voted for?
The council also accepted the resignation of council member Charles Stacy Benj. The meeting to consider the charges against the mayor will take place at 9 o'clock next Friday morning at the Laurel County Judicial Center. The Jenkins Police Department is reassuring families after a potential threat at Jenkins Independent School. Police say they were notified Thursday night about a possible threat. After investigating, officers determined it was unsubstantiated. Extra security was added Friday morning, including metal detector wands and locker checks to ensure students and staff were safe. Police did thank the school for its quick response and say safety remains their top priority. We are looking at a report that examines how safe public schools are in Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear says more than 1,300 schools follow state safety guidelines, which also require public school campuses to have a school resource officer. Governor Beshear says more than 840 SROs are assigned across Kentucky. This study, a part of the 2024-25 School Safety Risk Assessment Report, also shows some schools have upgraded their security systems. This means adding electronic-looking front doors, surveillance systems, and locks for classroom doors, among other measures. Governor Beshear says the state will continue to prioritize safety, especially after Wednesday's school shooting in Minneapolis.
Every American child should be safe when they go to school. Every American child should feel safe when they go to school, and no parent should have to go through the pain and suffering of these parents, and so many like them have faced. As a dad, it's hard to comprehend. As a person who lost one of his best friends in these shootings, it's hard every time they happen. It's wrong that we live in a time where there is something, this is something that children and teachers and families and school staff have to face. But until there is more change, we must do everything in our power to protect our children, our schools, and everyone within them.
Governor Beshear says Kentucky will receive more than $9 million in AmeriCorps funding after a multi-state legal challenge. The Trump administration had tried to halt that program nationwide, but governors and attorneys general from 23 states filed a lawsuit. Instead of fighting in court, federal officials agreed to release the full funding. Governor Beshear says AmeriCorps makes communities stronger through housing, education, and disaster relief. Well, if you notice an increase in your car insurance bill, AAA of the Bluegrass, they've got some advice. Spokesperson Lori Weaver Hawkins says a great tip for finding the right and affordable insurance company for you is to research different options.
Insurance policies can vary widely from one provider to the next. So it's very important that you compare multiple choice. Don't just sign on that dotted line on the first policy that's presented to you.
Another way to save is looking into a bundling option. Combining vehicle, home, and other policies under one provider can actually help you save some of the bill. And speaking of those insurance rates, one factor that can influence those prices going up is car theft. A car is stolen every 37 seconds in the United States, costing Americans more than $8 billion a year for car theft. Even if your own car has not been stolen, car thefts in your area can still impact your bill. In the last year, there were more than 11,000 vehicles stolen in Kentucky alone.
Never leave your vehicle running with the key in it, whether it's even on the seat or anywhere in the car. That is just an open invitation. And a lot of times people think, well, no one's going to steal my vehicle right out of my driveway while I run in to grab something out of the house. It happens.
Hawkins says to avoid leaving items like phones, wallets, and purses and other personal belongings in the car that might catch the attention of thieves. Well, many Americans were out traveling this holiday weekend. With Labor Day today, many folks are taking advantage of an extra day off work. Lori Weaver Hawkins with AAA says if you do plan to be out on those roads, it's a good idea to be prepared for roadside hiccups.
Make sure that the vehicle that you are taking out on your road trip is road ready, so that you've kept up with the maintenance on it. You want to check those tires before you go out and make sure that they have the proper pressure as well as adequate tread.
Hawkins says if you do plan on traveling by plane, it's recommended to download your airline's app for updates. She says it's also a good idea to book early flights as they're less likely to be delayed or canceled. Kentucky River District Health Department Public Health Director Scott Lockard was recently honored with a major award. He was given the 2025 National Champion of Governmental Public Health Award. It's a prestigious honor with applications throughout the nation for those who have made a difference in the communities and states that they serve. Lockard says August 20th marked 35 years since he started his career in public health.
Eastern Kentucky is home. And throughout my career, I have tried to work to make life better for the people that reside in this area, because the people here, they're my friends, family. My heart is truly in Eastern Kentucky.
Lockard said one of the health department's programs was also given an award. The hub was given the Model Practice Award.